We're back here at Morty's Pub in Uptown Waterloo to continue our Junior Warriors series. We had two parts of Meet the Coaches, and now we want to bring you a little bit about the process the Junior Warriors went through in order to bring in the U14, the U16, and the U18 coaches. This is Nick Rockell, who is part of the committee that made the decisions about the coaches for the 2026 OSFL season. Nick's the coaching director for Waterloo Region Minor Football. Let's start with the U14s. Nick, Jordan Schmidt, University of Waterloo Warriors graduate, coaches the U16 team last year. Great season they had. He moves into the U14 role. Take me through a little bit why Jordan's a great fit for that team and those kids.
Jordan's still young, but he's got a lot of experience. And the thing that he brings to the field and to the players is his absolute passion for football. And for the 14U age group, that is key, that they feel that the coach is really invested in them and is really invested in the game. And that way he can focus on fundamentals, teaching the techniques, and starting to teach the players how to practice. And all these things he's learned through his playing career, came through a good high school program, played at UW. Yep. So he understands what it takes and how to structure it up. And his recent success with the 16U shows that he is able to take a group of players, step them up to AAA and be able to get results on the field. So when we looked at the candidates that we interviewed, the thing we felt was 14U level for Jordan with his focus on good technique and just getting people passionate about the game. Yep. That's the level where he can have a real big impact on these kids going forward, not just of football, but for the rest of their life.
Yeah, the relatability that Jordan has, and obviously the success he had last year, 5-2 regular season for the 2025 U16 Junior Warriors, with Jordan leading that group. Josh Alexander, who is now the U16 head coach, was also part of that team. Josh has decades of football experience. He outlined that in his interview here with us, when we were talking to him during the coaching announcement. What can you say about Josh? Amazing human being who is in it for the right reasons. That's one of the things that I appreciate most about Josh.
Yeah, I mean, you said it all. Josh has done a lot of football. And part of what we're trying to do here is develop people, not just the players. We're not just trying to put adults into coaching roles and hope that the players then develop. We're looking at the coaches and saying, how can we create better coaches? Yeah. So when you get someone with Josh's experience, him as a head coach, it is less about the impact on the players and more about the impact he can have on the coaches that are coaching his players. And so part of Josh coming in at the 16U level is we see the 16U level as that's kind of where you want players to really start to peak, because that's when they want to move on to, other things like Team Ontario, prep schools, things like that. So that level has to have real solid coaching. And so we need to develop that. And within Josh's staff, there's a great mix of experience and younger coaches. And the conversations me and him have had is about putting people in roles that he can then help them this year understand what it takes to be a successful football coach that can get the best out of every single player.
And the development pathway is so key when you're talking about the U16 team, because then they move into the U18 team with Steven Schwartz, who's the new head coach there, and his focus is on getting these young men into their next opportunity, whatever that next opportunity in football is. And there's a million opportunities out there if you want to play post-secondary football, but you have to put in the work, you have to have the passion, you have to have the marks, and you have to love it. And Steven Schwartz is a guy who I think, from my vantage point, is going to bring out all of those things in these U18 football players. Why was he the best choice for the U18 team, Nick?
So Steve's got a little different experience. So he went to Europe and played, and he interacted with different coaches over there, and he has a little bit of a different development path in his football knowledge. Right. And having that after being at UW just makes it really broad. And so when he's helping these U18 players develop, he understands what it takes in more places at other levels. So it's not just a single path, and he brings that. He learned, so when he played at Copenhagen, it's a situation very much like I've had for most of my career, which is people coming along, you're trying to recruit people off the street, get them in. It's not the number one sport by any stretch of the imagination. So the people that are there, they have to develop, they have to feel progress, and that drives you to coach the right way to keep people engaged and get them to be the best they can be. And so when we looked at it with that experience and Steve's personality at that age level, very even personality, so that will help in that arena where people feel more stressed because it's the 18U and that's where they really want success. He'll just be able to keep that on an even keel and make sure that everybody's just achieving the best they can every time they step on the field.
And I want people to understand that this is a process that Waterloo Region Minor Football goes through with numerous applicants, a committee that evaluates what best fits for the needs of each individual team. We're speaking directly about the 14s, the 16s, and the 18s today, but this is something that the association is doing right across the board when you pick your coaches. Obviously, Nick is involved in that committee, now being the director of coaching for Waterloo Region Minor Football, the Junior Warriors. Quickly, Nick, just give us some of that process, the time that went into making sure that you have the right guys with the right teams in order to give your organization the best chance to win football games in 2026?
Yeah, so it started, and where my involvement came in was there was a coaching subcommittee put together, and out of that there was a team of three of us, myself, Kyle Stoyles, Blair Walker, and we developed a process of we'll take the applicants, we're going to do interviews. We had a set list of questions because we wanted to find the right people. You can teach all the technical knowledge and you can get that into people, but finding people that know how to coach, know how to relate to the players, that's difficult. And so we were very fortunate with 8 people applying for 3 roles, and all the candidates were very strong. And as we went through the process, the standard question allowed us to just figure out who everybody was, what they were about, where they were on their coaching journey. And from that, we were able to step back and say, okay, from where the teams were in 2025, because obviously there's lots of feedback, parents, board members, other coaches. These coaches themselves all had feedback.
Sure they did.
So we threw it all in the pot and kind of sorted it out and said, okay, for where these teams are, what is the next step? Because this isn't about necessarily 2026. This is about every year. And so how can we start that process? And these are the 3 that came out on top.
Shout out to Blair Walker and Kyle Stoyles as well, 2 outstanding gentlemen who I know put in a lot of work with you going through this process. Jordan Schmidt, U14, Josh Alexander, U16, Steven Schwartz, U18. Registration, as always, will open soon. You can find out more details about the 2026 OSFL season on JrWarriors.ca. Nick Rockell, my friend, good to see you. Thanks for the time.
Thank you very much.